Hey, what's going on? Trip Kramer here from tripadvice.com. One of the most unattractive traits that a man can possess is neediness. What neediness means, well, it's what you think it means, but I'll give you an idea here. Giving her lots of attention. That's my definition, at least. If you have your own kind of definition for it, I would include that as well. So whatever you think needy is, plus what I'm saying here, giving her lots of attention and trying to get her to give you lots of attention. This can be in any form possible. It can be texting, it can be just showing up at her house, it can be calling her, any form of getting her attention, DMing her, any kind of social media contact. It could be also commenting on her social media. So all this is part of neediness, and women are repelled to it. There's a few reasons why women are repelled to neediness. Well, the first reason that people don't think about a lot is because neediness is a form of insecurity, which is the opposite of confidence. It's saying that a man such as yourself needs her, and it's as if you can't survive on your own. Therefore, you have nothing to provide for her. Women are attracted to a man who has value, which means that you have resources that you can provide. That is how a woman becomes attracted to a man. So the fact that you're acting needy, subconsciously, you're saying that you're not whole in yourself. And it translates to all the things that I just mentioned. The idea of you not being confident and you being insecure. Also, there's this idea of validation. When a woman is chasing a man, she's basically chasing validation. You can see memes like this all over the place and women talking about this, where the fact that, first of all, an attractive woman can have pretty much almost any guy she wants, but that one guy who rejects her, doesn't want her, she all of a sudden starts chasing him the most. It's because they're chasing validation. They're chasing that desire that the guy should have for her. It's just human nature. So the second that you're becoming needy, it's not offering her a chance to be able to chase you. Now, I know you're probably thinking, okay, Trip's been talking about neediness. He's talking about neediness nonstop. What does this have to do with the early stages of dating? Well, in the early stages of dating, if you want to get her hooked on you, if you want to get her interested in you, it's everything I just explained here. You have to avoid being too needy. I would say, from what I've gathered in all the research that I've done, experiences I've had, clients I've worked with, I'd say about 7 out of 10 times, the guy messes up in the early stages of dating when he is too needy, when he's trying to get her attention or trying to give her too much attention. This causes the woman to pull away, and then it causes her to become unattracted, and then it's done. I get a lot of guys who fight back on this with a very simpy attitude, and they say, well, Trip, I want to be able to be me, and if she doesn't like me for me, then I'll find a woman who's going to like me, even though I'm going to be giving her the attention I want to give, and I'm going to do the things I want to do. Hey, listen, that's fine. You can do whatever you want, and I'm sure there's exceptions out there, but I believe very rare that this is going to happen, where you're going to be able to do that and be, quote unquote, yourself and still be able to get her and keep her attracted. That is very rare. So what I'm saying to you here is, by all means, do whatever you want. But if you're noticing that time and time again, you're pushing women away after you are giving them all the attention that your heart desires, this is the reason why. So how are you actually supposed to put this in practice? What's the practical takeaway from this? Well, one thing you want to do is you don't want to see a girl that you're dating any more than once per week. When I say once per week, I'm talking for the first 2 to 3 to 4 months of dating. And then at that point, eventually you'll be in a relationship. So naturally, you're going to see them maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times a week at that point. But for several months, you only want to see them once per week. And you don't want to be texting them all the time. I know that it's these days completely unnatural to not be responding to their texts or or being able to text them a little bit. So I understand that that's going to happen, but you want to do this to a very bare minimum. See them once per week, because hopefully you're dating other women that you're going to be seeing. Keep the texting to an absolute minimum. Don't play get to know you. If you want to send them something that's interesting that you're doing, a picture of something kind of cool, once, twice at the most, in between your dates, that's fine. Keep it to a minimum. And again, only seeing them once per week. I would even avoid hopping on the phone with them or hopping on FaceTimes with them. If you do that, try to do that also at a minimum. Maybe that needs to replace a date. Maybe you guys can't see each other for 2 weeks, so you get on FaceTime, video chat, Skype, WhatsApp video, whatever it may be. You get on there and you have a little date yourself. But if you keep that distance, they're going to want more of you. They're going to want to see you even more. And again, you're not going to give that to them. And this is what's going to keep them around for a much longer time. This is, of course, if you are having an amazing date or dates in the first place. If you want to learn how to have a great date, you can get my Hooked program. It's a 8 to 10 hour video course that teaches you how to build attraction and have amazing dates and get more women on dates. I'll put a link down below at getherhooked.com. But you have to make sure that on these dates, that you are building attraction, because if you are, then everything's going to come into play. Then you just follow the scope of just seeing them once per week with minimal texting, and that will guarantee that they are going to be hooked on you and stay there, and then get into a relationship with them if that's what you desire. Hope that helps. Like this video if it did. Don't forget to subscribe. I got more videos coming out once a day at this point, and I'll see you on the next video.